Gonna know what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Glad I don't have social media and they all know.
It's just a girl thing.
I know what it looks like to me. It looks like your blood rings. Here, can I have a...
What?
Listen, y'all.
Don't look at me like that.
Wait, shut the door. I'm having a conversation with my live right now. What is wrong with women? Hold on, let's really get here. What's wrong with women? What is wrong with women? What is wrong with makeup? Why do you color yourselves in like a coloring book? Y'all come up with the weirdest freaking trends, bro. I don't understand what it's about. And what's up with everybody bad-mouthing Charlie, bro? What's up with everybody? Okay, so listen. I think our society is disgusting. I think the need for attention is sickening, and the lengths that people will go to try to get other people, look at me, like, it's beyond me, dude. I don't give a fuck who watches me. I really don't. I don't give a fuck who sees my lives. I don't give a fuck who's part of the team. I really just don't give a fuck. I come on here just to bullshit with people, just to have fun. It's like I don't know, dude. It's like an outlet just to hear like what people are thinking and kind of fucking, you know, inform based on my opinions and my life experiences with what's going on with other people. That's basically where my page has gotten itself to, besides the music. But for people whose pages like are dedicated to something specific, right? Your page is dedicated to UFC fighters. Your page is dedicated to musicians. Your page is dedicated to life hacks. Whatever your page is dedicated to, right? Your page goes absolutely nowhere. So hey, look, this dude who is everywhere on YouTube and the internet, everywhere. Jojo, what's up with it? Lorenzo, what's cracking? Just got blasted on the internet live. Let's all go make a video about it, and we'll just like do as much as we can to try to get as much clickbait. That's just beyond me, bro. How you gonna take your page, which is dedicated to one thing, and just completely turn it up to try to get some fucking views or some notoriety off of somebody's death? Whether you're against their death or for their death, right? I don't know. I have the ability to put people's pictures up in my background, right? I have the ability to go on my whole ass platform with multiple people and bring up videos and all that shit. But it's like, how good do you really feel inside? Right? Oh yeah, you're sitting there. Oh, I just got 1 million views. So 1 million people just watched you talking shit about another human being. And that makes you feel good inside? It makes you feel like a solid fucking person, right? That's how you want your kids to view people. It's just wild to me, dude, that the world would... I don't know. I'm like, will you close the door, please? I'm like, I'm so flustered in my head, I guess. Rick Rob, what's cracking? I'm so flustered in my head, I guess, at the fact that, like, people have gotten so comfortable trolling and being behind a fucking screen where nobody knows who you are or what you look like. And contrary to what you believe, there's people out there, dude, that's their sole fucking drive in life, is to find you who is talking shit and trying to I guess prophetize off of somebody's death that happened right in front of their children. Homie got blasted right in front of his kids, bro. And I mean, I get it. We're from the hood, bro. We're from the block, right? I know plenty of people that have been shot right in front of their fucking kids, bro. Their kids have watched them leak out on the fucking ground. It's not a good thing for the rest of their life. And just because these are two little white kids with a decent family and a church background does not mean that this is not gonna and they're young. They're young. But it's still gonna affect them because they're not gonna be able to escape it because of people out there who will constantly be a reminder of shit like this, you know? So I could tell you that. I could tell you that when you're in the block and you're in the hood and you may be that little 3, 4, 5-year-old kid in the front porch chilling when your pops get smoked in the middle of the road or whatever, bro, you may be able to grow from that because it ain't televised, bro. People ain't talking about it every day after that. It's just another thing that happened in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But Charlie's family, bro, is gonna have to go through a lot. And I didn't agree with every one of that dude's views. I didn't. I agreed with the way he carried himself, and I agree with the fact that if you believe in something, stand on it with all 10 toes. All 10 toes. Don't waver, bro, until somebody, like he said, look, his thing up there was prove me wrong, bro. And I'll guarantee you, he was the type of person that if you would have proved him wrong, he'd have took your proof. You know what I'm saying? If you could genuinely take something that dude was saying and turn his thought all the way around, he wouldn't just deny it because he didn't believe it. The dude who smoked this fool denied it because he didn't believe it. It wasn't because it wasn't true. It's because he didn't believe what he didn't want to believe. You know what I'm saying? Jaree, what's cracking, bro? Welcome in. So yeah, I'm waking up this morning, you know, getting ready to go to the soccer game and just flipping through my shit, going through YouTube like I always do. And it's getting wild, bro. And I'm just gonna tell you, like, I'm the guy who was just debating that his fucking microphone jumped off of his neck and started pouring out Gatorade blood. So you can't always, right? It don't matter. It don't matter if it was true. It don't matter if it was some staged political event like I was trying to fight in devil's advocate for the other night, right? Because you never know. You never know when it comes to shit like this. But the point is to to try to get some notoriety and some quick views on somebody's death is a little wild, bro. It's a little wild, bro. Safety meeting always, dog. You know how I do. It's a little wild to me, dude, you know, and you got to think of it like this, right? Not a lot of people are like, I'm not an influencer. Ain't nobody influenced by anything I do, right? I may be a little content creator or some shit, but I'm definitely not like a YouTube influencer. Like that fool is a YouTube influencer, right? So the shit he does, he influences people. He influences differences, right? So it's like, I don't know. I fucking lost my point on what I was trying to say. But if you're sitting there, no, this is my point. I just didn't know if it was working right. I'll continue with it. So if you're sitting there, right, and you're the type of person who you're doing shit, you're trying to make a point, you're trying to, you know, and you think about the fact, like, what if that happened to you, bro? What if you was out just doing some shit and somebody smoked you, bro? Done, right? I deal with that kind of shit every day, but it ain't being smoked for my views or my beliefs. Well, I guess it is. I guess, hold on. Boom, epiphany moment here. Yeah, for real, 100%. But listen, I just had an epiphanal moment right here, right? Because you take something that you take and you look at it in the light that it is, and everybody tries to be, oh, fucking, I can't believe somebody would be killed just because they're wearing a different political jersey or just because of their views or wow. And I'm like, this shows you that the way that people, dude, I'm gonna open your fucking mind right now. I hope somebody's paying attention. So listen. That's what everything is. It's all that. Every fucking killing that happens that is not a what would they call that? A murder of passion, right? To where you're like killing somebody like like somebody kills their pops or kills their uncle, or they get in an argument and somebody smokes their cousin or their wife or their husband or whatever. That's a crime of passion. That's like you got mad about something they were doing, you fucked around and smoked them, right? Or stabbed them, or whatever the situation, the outcome came. No, I'm telling you that we all have a purpose, Rick. We all have a purpose, bro. But the point is that everybody's killed because the person who killed them doesn't like their beliefs or what they're talking about. Every single fucking time. You got gang shootings. They don't like what the other side's talking about. So they're killing each other, right? You've got the dude that's in the parking lot that's arguing with the dude over the fucking parking space and gets shot and smoked. Well, homie didn't like that. Homie wanted his parking space. He didn't like what he was talking about. He from the other side. You know what I'm saying? Dude in the Chick-fil-A parking lot. Homie said, fuck you, bro. I think I should be here first. Homie was like, nah, fuck that. I was here first. You just jumped in front of me. Smoked him. So, listen. This is the thing, bro. This is the thing, bro. It's always based on your views or the things you have to say. And I was watching some shit yesterday, bro. Rick, this dude walked around and was asking people if they believe in Jesus Christ, bro. And he got one yes out of the 20 people he asked that I seen. And it's like just the simple fact that like this is the thing with religion, right? You know why people are turning away from religion? Because the devil is so prominent on this earth. So, how can you see so much evil and turn away from religion because of it, right? You see the evil. If there was no God, there would be no good and there would be no evil. Everything would just be. Right? People didn't start deciding that killing other people and stealing from other people and all these things that are labeled as bad were bad. That's God who decided that was bad. That's not another human being just chilling and decided it. Oh, well, they just keep coming and taking all my stuff. So we're gonna call that bad. No, that ain't what happens, bro. Okay? Or else you would just be a big enough guy to go take other people's stuff too. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If there wasn't something that told us that there was good and evil, and there wasn't something that told us that there was good and bad, then it wouldn't be good or bad. It would just be. We would just be. We would just be doing what we're doing and protecting ourselves from the other animals that are doing what they're doing, which is exactly where society is going right now. That's exactly where we're at. We are literally just protecting ourselves from the other fucking animals in society who want what we have because they don't want to work as hard, or they don't want to fucking they don't see that they want that, so they don't work for it until you got it, and now you got it and they're like, oh, that's dope, I want that. Well, motherfucker, why you didn't see you wanted it and work for it before? You know what I'm saying? It's like Rick, I feel you, bro. I don't know, dude. I'm just telling you right now that for people to recognize the evil in the world and turn away from religion because of it is kind of ironic, right? You would think that by seeing the evil in the world, it would make you want to turn to Jesus more. Did you know? Let me put a little fact out here for you. Did you know that across every single major religion in the world, there's only one person that is involved in every one of those? Can you tell me who it is? It's Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. I don't care what religion you are. You believe in Jesus. You may not believe that he was God. You may not believe that he was whatever. Nah, Moses ain't even in all of them, bro. Moses isn't mentioned in I don't want to be wrong with this, so I won't even answer it. Mert, what's up? Yeah, I won't answer it. But look, the only person that's really, you know what I mean? And it's different perceptions, but if you look at it, if Jesus was the only one that claimed himself to be the way, and everybody else has Jesus in their religion as well, then Jesus is that figure, bro. So, you know, for him to get blasted in Utah like that is wild to me. It just all seems like too well put together of a fucking situation, bro. I'm not political. I ain't left. I ain't right. I ain't blue. I ain't red. I ain't black. I ain't white. I'm me. I believe what I believe. And if you believe what I believe and some of your shit stands in with some of my shit, we might be able to be partners. Because I don't care if you don't believe some of the shit I believe. And if I don't believe some of the shit you believe, you're a fucking human being. You got your own mind. You're allowed to think how you want to think, right? Doesn't matter to me, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I live right next to Muslims and I live right next to Catholics, and I'm a fucking Christian in the middle, dog. It don't even matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when all is said and done, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess. That's on him. That ain't on us, bro. As human beings, that ain't on us, bro. It ain't on us to judge. It ain't on us to make a decision. It ain't on us to treat other people a certain way because of how they fucking act or what they believe in. That's not our fucking job. That's not your fucking job. That's not my fucking job, bro. Right? Your job is to control and deal with your own fucking household. Your job is to raise your people that you've chose to raise. Your job is to go out into your community and better your community. Your job is to take care of yourself. It's not your job to judge other people. It's not your job to fucking, I don't know, just take that shit into your own hands. That's just crazy to me, right? What's the gain by removing who? By removing Charlie? What is the gain? What is the gain? What was the gain by removing anybody? What did we gain by getting rid of Martin Luther King? Andrew, what up with it? We didn't gain shit by getting rid of Martin Luther King. You know what we gained? You know what we gained by doing that? The same thing we're gaining right now. I'll open your fucking eyes to this too. We gained a society of one ethnic background who resents another ethnic background for the rest of their lives. Because right when change was happening, it stopped. And Martin Luther King was shot, and it created an uproar inside of the hearts of people who have passed that down for generations, which is why it's so easy for that powder keg to pop as soon as somebody comes in and throws a hand straight out in the air, or throws a fist straight up in the air, or fucking whatever you're symbolizing in your propaganda and your bullshit is to go against each other. That's all it takes, right? Because for centuries, that's all they've talked about, you know? Why did they do it? Shock value. Shock value, bro. Who did it? I thought our government did it. Why would our government do it? He's advocating for things that we need. Right? Well, because our government likes illegal immigrants here working. Because then they could take more money from people like us while the world's still getting built. We don't have fucking jobs. Our economy fucking breaks down. The drugs that they bring into this country get fucking sold off easier, quicker, right? You know, contrary to what you believe, the high class has worse of a drug issue and problem than the lower or middle class does. It's just more relevant and put in your face when it's the lower and middle class because they have nowhere to hide it. If you're homeless and you're on drugs, you don't have a home to hide it in. I don't know, dude. I could just tell you like this. I think that people who want to come in and use some shit like this that happened and benefit from it just to get a little notoriety is fucking disgusting. Let's keep it right there. Alright, let's keep it right there. It's fucking disgusting, dude. Those people, did you see the fucking t-shirts, bro? And like I said, I liked the guy himself. There's a fucking dude on here that goes around preaching at colleges and shit too, right? I was watching him before I was really even going to church and shit, and not just as like entertainment, right? So my cousin went to college, was a debater, went to New York to debate and all that shit, right? I didn't have the same opportunities, I guess, but was kind of always into the same kind of shit. Never really into politics, more into you know, general debate and argument over stupid shit, not over, you know, checks and balances and dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Rick Rob, for real, RP, bro. So just to know that like somebody could just believed what he believed, and he liked to be articulate and talk about it and fucking try to change the minds of people who were a little more narrow-minded. Let's keep it real. We all like what we like, right? I'm not gonna go out and fucking just read every economics book they've ever written just because. But it's like, I also sit there and I go, I wonder what people who don't smoke weed do with their free time. You know? So it's like, that's the difference in society. There's people who, they just, their brain is heavy for that, right? That's what they want to do. Me, I've seen a lot of stupid shit. My brain tends to wander and, you know, I don't know. Yes, they are. You know, and like, that's the thing is that so like even in church, anywhere I go where I speak, people are like, bro, you know how to talk. And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I get it, but I don't at the same time because I'm a specific type of person, right? I'm not really filtered, and I'm not really see, this is it right here. I'm not really. I just don't give a fuck, right? So if I'm gonna talk, I'm just gonna tell it like it is, bro. I'm not gonna hold back what I'm saying or dumb down what I'm saying, uh, or put kid gloves on. So I wouldn't work in a lot of settings, but I work right here. This shit works for show. I can say what the fuck I want on here, and y'all can take it or leave it. I ain't even tripping. Yeah, Jay Reed, for real. Like I'm not saying uh I'm not saying nothing other than our society has gone from, so I was born in the 80s, okay? Uh we had TVs and microwaves and telephones. And then VCRs. That was cool. And then CDs and DVDs came, you know? So it's like I grew up in an era where we got given our technology gradually. Gradually. You couldn't come on here and do this before. You'd be in a chat room saying this shit. Nobody would know what the fuck you look like. Nobody would know what the fuck you're saying. They wouldn't know what your voice sounded like. You had to base the content of somebody's character on how they typed out the fucking words they were talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's different. It's different to know that people have the ability to just like openly fucking slanderize somebody across the world and think that nothing's going to be done about it, which most of the time nothing is done about it. But then you got people on here that when they see you, they trolling you, bro. And then you got people who will find you, they'll dig through your whole shit. All of a sudden you got fucking broken windows and fucking paintballs all over your house and shit. So just watch what you say, bro, because like there is people with a lot of fucking time, dude, and a lot of fucking energy and access to money that don't mean shit to them, bro. So it's like if you got access to this digital currency that everybody's fucking with, and you could go through and get information off the internet by paying with digital currency, and the digital currency don't mean shit to you, guess what? We collecting information now. Now little booklets are getting put together, little lists are getting put together, and you know, that shit happens, bro. And that's the one thing is that most of, you know, I didn't even know what left and right wing was for like the longest time. And it really was at the point where I wasn't sure what it was even talking about or why it mattered or what the situation would be. Nothing, right? So to have all of this now, like as a kid, the only thing that I knew about politics was that there was a fucking donkey and an elephant around election time. Didn't know why, didn't know what they represented. I just knew a donkey was usually like an asshole. That's something you said when you were making fun of somebody. And then that Uncle Sam poster all the time was around, you know? So it's like, as a kid, I didn't fucking know politics. My parents weren't into politics. They didn't give a shit. I don't think anybody ever went to go vote. You know, it was fucking, my dad was a felon. He couldn't vote. So it's like, when you grow up around shit, the politics isn't really, you're into street politics, bro. I'll give you breakdowns on street politics right now. I'll run you prison politics all day. But when it comes to political politics, right? The fucking elephant and the donkey shit, I didn't know nothing about it. But what I do know is that a lot of these people that are left, I think they call it, right? You would say left is like the like Antifa and all that shit, right? And the right wing would be like the Trump supporters and all those people. Am I correct? For anybody who's still in here listening? because what I would like to say is that you see a lot of the Donald Trump supporters like out in the little rallies and with their flags in their yards and on their videos talking shit and whatever's going on, right? But you don't see that from these people from the left. They're behind the scenes, they're quiet, they're silent, they're doing their shit, and then they sneak out and do these weird sneak attacks. And it's like, what is a sneak attack? If you are supposed to be against the attack, period, you're supposed to be against guns, if you're supposed to be against violence, if you're supposed to be against all of that, then why are the communities which are so highly supported by the left, the communities that are full of guns and full of crime and full of violence and full of bullshit? I don't fucking get it. It drives me nuts, So at this point, the what would you call it? Media? The propaganda out there that's pinning people against each other. I'll walk through any black neighborhood in America based on the way I carry myself because I have zero disrespect for black people. I have zero disrespect for any other color, and I feel like I could carry myself and talk to people comfortable enough to fucking do what I have to do. I'm not scared. You should not be scared of the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that doesn't mean that I don't know something bad could happen. That doesn't mean that I'm saying, I'm gonna fucking come walk through your neighborhood, you ain't gonna do shit. It's not what I'm saying. I know how these neighborhoods work. I know how these people work. I know what could happen. But I don't feel like I'm fucking dull and ignorant enough to carry myself in a manner in a place like that I'd have to fucking, fear for anything, because that's not who I am. Like I said, I'm not political. I don't give a fuck about left, right, woo, blah. I give a fuck about who you are, how you act, and how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? And but to be silent though, to just do all your fucking moves in silence and be hella weird about it and try to fucking always have some other weird agenda. Like, what's with all the writing on all the guns now? Like, what is, like, every gun that has any shooting, there's just manifestos and writings all over them now? That's so fucking crazy. But that just kind of shows you that it's one entity that's kind of influencing this whole situation. So once we find that one... What? Steak tacos. Steak tacos are fire, dog. It's one entity that's kind of influencing this situation, like, you're not gonna go to the gathering of the juggalos and everybody's got their face painted and showing their assholes, and you're gonna be like, they all came up with this on their own. Nah, it's all represented by one entity. You ain't gonna find people everywhere painting their face and showing their asshole, but you can find them all here because of that one entity. So it's like, if you're finding a bunch of people that are fucking engraving bullets and riding on guns and shit like that, something is influencing that situation. Richard, what's up? The GOAT is in the building. So based on that situation, bro, I think most of it is propaganda. I think most of it is bullshit, and it's literally, our society is fucked up and it's brainwashing our youth. It really is. I'm going way off the wall this morning, and I'm just previewing some of you motherfuckers for what's gonna happen tonight. We're supposed to have the pod tonight. I really got a lot going on. I hope we don't cancel it. It's this is our first pod that we've been on a current topic because everything's so current this week and all this different shit is going on. even with the stabbing in the bus, they're trying to make that a racial situation, based on the shit that dude said and whoop de woo. And it's like, that's all brainwashing, bro. That dude on that train ain't never been accosted by a white person. The dude that stabbed that lady in the neck ain't never been accosted by a white person. He may have did some shit and some white dude may have called him some slanderization words when he was young or some shit. But I doubt it. I've been around, some of the most arrogant, obnoxious youth, right, in America, bro. And they didn't just slanderize a guy because he was walking down the street. Whether there was 5 of them and one of the other or not. It just, you had to be in something other than that. So this is the way it goes, right? This is the way it goes. Let's say we're around each other all the time. We bump into each other at the store. Something's going on. We're bumping shoulders. Something finally pops off. Mango, what's up with it? And when that pops off, now it's a white guy and a black guy arguing in a parking lot. They get to thumping, words get to going, and then slanderizations happen. You feel me? So it's never just, hey, Europe, or Europe, or Europe. That just doesn't, that's not how it works, bro. It's usually takes some whole other shit before that racial line gets crossed. They dig it out of each other. It's never just, the dude that's super racist living up in the mountains right now, he ain't gonna come down and just talk shit to a black guy, right? I've been around a lot of places, I don't see it happen like that. Maybe over fucking, I am in California, right? I am in California. Apparently, 90% of the minority thinks the majority is a bunch of pussies.
Mute real quick.
I don't know. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. But the point being taken, right? If you want to look at somebody else, I don't know. This shit don't happen. It just don't happen, folks. It don't happen in the streets, bro. Like, you watch videos. You watch fight videos. You watch videos that people post all day long. You see like a busted ass Karen who is like 60 or 70 years old, maybe mid 40s, bro, up in a store, and like you see a group of like, I don't know, couple Mexican kids, couple black kids coming up into Taco Bell, wilding out, being loud, just being themselves. And then you see that old Karen talking shit and maybe calling a name or doing some dumb shit. That's what you see, right? That's where this racial tension is coming from. So it's like, what you gotta understand about that is all that is the same shit that used to happen to us when we were all 13 and 14 and rolled up into Taco Bell with some skateboards in our hand and the big giant pipe jeans on and coming in making noise, chains hanging. And the old dude was like, look at those fucking hoodlum rat bastards. What the fuck? It's no different. It's no different. It's just they have pushed so much racial propaganda on the world through the media that now everybody thinks that it's got to do with race. It ain't got nothing to do with race, bro. The world ain't got nothing to do with race, bro. It's got everything to do with rates, crime rates, rape rates, murder rates, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people are only focusing on, which is the media, one subset of these particular things that are happening. So with this one subset of particular things that are happening, they're only focusing on the racially motivated crimes. And I don't mean racially motivated by whoever did it was racist. I mean racially motivated by, oh, the media is going to go, hey, if this person was Mexican and that person was Caucasian, we're going to put that out in the media because that's going to stir up the racial tension. Yeah, so at that point, I just want everybody that pays attention to me to understand that all of this bullshit happens here. It don't happen here. You ain't catching it in the streets, bro. You're catching fucking pussies behind cameras and behind words on a fucking platform, on some sort of broadcasting outlet. You ain't catching people in the middle of the streets until you're at a rally, right? Until you're at some sort of already sanctioned event, and then you got segregation in that event. You got these people over here who all like this thing, and these people over here who all like this thing, and these people over here who all like this thing. And then somebody who doesn't give a fuck about any of them comes in and throws a bottle. Turns around and walks away and waits for the reaction. You know what I'm saying? So that's what y'all gotta wait for. My bad, y'all. Sometimes family shit pops up in the middle. You gotta do what you gotta do. So yeah, I don't know. Lost my train of thought. That's how that happens. That's why I try to get these guys to understand that when I'm out here and I'm fucking saying something and I'm talking, don't break my concentration, dude. Like, you guys are all big enough to make decisions in there on your own. I can go to work for 14 hours a day and not have to be consulted for anything during that 14 hours. Why the second? Excuse me. I get home and start doing something. What's up, little dude?
Hey.
How's that?
Ball.
You got a pocket? You got a ball in your pocket? And a
Car.
car? You got a car in your pocket and a ball.
Button.
Yeah. Oh, Bakugan.
Mom.
He said button. Can't say Bakugan. So, on another note,
Day.
all right, I'm going to hop and I'm going to run it back. I appreciate y'all.